Hi, my name is Alice and I'm a Media and Communications student at Coventry University. I've spent my last year on a placement to enhance my practical skills and improve my professional development before I graduate. During my first 2 years at Coventry University, I started to develop an interest in radio by co-presenting a student radio show called Media Highlights. I then also worked at a community radio station called Hills FM and then later did an internship at BBC Coventry in Warwickshire. From all of this experience, I decided that I wanted to be a radio producer, and therefore I was very excited when I got accepted to work at United Christian Broadcasters, UCB, as a broadcast assistant. UCB is a national Christian radio station based in Stoke-on-Trent. As a broadcast assistant, my job is to help produce the live and pre-recorded shows at the station. However, over the year, my role became much more diverse. Because of my interest in being a radio producer, after a short time at UCB, I started to work on UCB2's show This Is My Story with presenter Ruth O'Reilly-Smith. I helped to produce the show by finding a wide range of interviews to put at the 11 AM slot every day. When I first joined the show, there were not regular interviews every day, so I worked hard to build up regular interviews, and now I am planning content months in advance. This has helped me to develop my research and networking skills, as it takes a long time to find suitable interviews, and also to build strong relationships with publicists to help this process. I also planned and organised a special teaching series with an American pastor, which went down a success on the show and helped mix up the overall structure which we regularly use. Working on This Is My Story takes up a lot of my regular day, as there is a lot to do and plan. However, I really love being an assistant producer on the show. The other task which takes up a lot of my day is working on SoundCloud. This is not something which I expected to be part of my job, but shortly after I joined UCB, the sole content producer moved on, and I was asked if I would cover some aspects of his job until they found a permanent replacement. I loved taking on this responsibility and ended up working in the role alongside my other jobs for around 5 months, and even now I still help out with the new content producer. I edit interviews every single day and therefore have developed very strong skills and knowledge in Adobe Audition since I started. I really enjoy audio editing, and once I became good at it, the presenters started to ask me to edit their pre-recorded interviews to play out live on air. Doing this role has shown me that to be a producer, I don't only need to be a producer on an actual show, but instead I can be a content producer. UCB is a charity radio station, which means it is completely listener supported. For this, we hold 2 appeals every year to encourage people to become regular donors or make one-off donations. To help with the appeals, I work with the testimonies team to collect impact stories for our listeners. For this, I record short 5 to 10 minute interviews with our listeners and then create a final 1 to 2 minute audio piece to air out during the appeals.
I'm currently in one of the studios at UCB about to record an impact story, and this is what the setup is. And as it's the appeal, we're doing way more than normal. So let's go.
Spending my placement year at a smaller radio station means that I've been given opportunities that I would have never imagined. I've been taught how to use a professional radio studio desk. This training was particularly helpful because one of the guests on This Is My Story was deaf, and we had planned to conduct the interview via lip reading. However, when we discovered the guest couldn't actually lip read Ruth over the desk, I was called in last minute to run the live studio desk so that Ruth could sit opposite her guest. This was absolutely terrifying. However, my training for using the desk on the pre-recorded shows had given me the confidence on using the system and the sound desk to be able to make it work and not make any mistakes live on air. I've also done some co-presenting with UCB2 presenter Simon Tuck. This is through running some fun games on his show.
So it's Wednesday night. Alice is here.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, you do a great job around here, by the way. Alice is one of our intern producers. She's helping lots of people out, and I thought I'd invite you in on helping us with this game.
It's really exciting. I can't say I have favourites, but
I'm so glad that I had this opportunity because I would have never have imagined to be talking on air. Since then, I've also recorded a radio advert to help promote my internship and encourage others to apply. I have helped to plan and organise a radio drama series called The Letters, which consisted of a trial recording, then a final 2-day recording. I've also enjoyed helping to plan and organise UCB's first ever podcast, Mark at Full Volume, where I was then the floor manager on the final 2-day shoot. The podcast was recorded both for audio to be used as a radio podcast, but also as a video series to go on the UCB Player app. Therefore, I was responsible for making sure that all of the information from the producers and directors in the studio gallery was being given to the crew on set. This was an amazing experience and gave me an insight into what the future of radio might be like, as podcasts also need producers and therefore could be another possible career path for me. As well as radio, I mentioned to UCB that I was also interested in TV, and as they have their own TV team, I was invited to do some work with them. The TV team go out and record and edit footage for other Christian TV stations such as TMB. I was then welcomed to join the team when they were doing shoots to give me more knowledge and understanding about the TV industry, something that I would have not expected being an opportunity on my placement. I've worked on multiple shoots of the TV show Facing the Canon, and I also had the amazing experience of going to Lambeth Palace to film an interview with Archbishop Justin Welby. From my experience of being on live sets, operating cameras, learning how to vision mix, etc., I definitely would like to explore working as a TV producer more.
So this is my second time going on Facing the Canon as a camera operator, so I am dressed all in black, as you can see, and yeah, we're gonna go and be on set. I'm feeling much more calm this time. The first time I did it, I was pretty on edge about everything going wrong, but I had a really great time. I'm really glad that TV has invited me to come back. It is now the day after the shoot. I'm looking and feeling a little bit tired because I finished on set at about 11 PM last night, so we're now all up and are about to drive back to Stoke from London to do another day at work. We'll probably get back around the afternoon, but it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really sad that it's my last one. I'd love to keep doing it. I really enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere and yeah, worth a 14-hour shift.
I've discovered that it is possible to move between being a radio producer and a TV producer just through acquiring a few extra skills. Whilst developing my professional skills and building my experience, I've also continued my educational growth. To help my radio skills, I undertook presenter training with one of the UCB presenters. For this, I planned and recorded a 3-hour show, Worship in the Word. During the training, I received feedback throughout, and at the end, even did a final air check.
Hello, good evening, I'm Alice and you are listening to UCB2 Worship and the Word. Now you're probably wondering, who's Alice? You probably don't recognise my voice because I'm a little bit new. But I'm so excited to get to know you all over the course of this evening, and oh gosh, do I have some amazing content to share with you.
This experience has taught me so much, as I'd never previously received any formal presenter training. I will now take these skills which I have learnt and use them to apply to my own student radio presenting. To further my educational development, I joined the UCB training session from the Institute of Leadership and Management, ILM, to undertake the Level 2 certificate in leadership and teamwork.
So I'm currently in Burslem, our sister building, ready a little bit early for the ILM meeting that I'm doing today. I'm really enjoying ILM so far. It's been such a good opportunity. I'm learning so much, and I really am understanding more about leadership and teamwork in the relation to a workplace rather than just in university. So it's really helpful.
This course has not only taught me about key managerial topics, but it also helped me maintain skills which will help me in my final year back at university. I feel that I've changed massively during my placement year, as I've grown in confidence and practical abilities. All of the skills I've learned would have never been possible if I hadn't gone on a placement year. I've become more mature through the work I do, as I have to act as a professional with all of the listeners and guests I work with. This has also helped me to develop great communication skills, both verbal and written, as I spend all of my time contacting people and building relationships through networking. I've learned to ask for opportunities and to push myself to further my own development. What was most difficult when I first started my placement was that I was the only intern. However, this forced me to build very strong relationships with all the other professionals, which has helped me develop further myself, as I am working at their same standard instead of relying on others who may be more similar standard to me. I've also found it quite difficult living in Stoke-on-Trent for the year, especially moving somewhere where I didn't know anyone. However, this has built my perseverance and also highlighted the fact that I'd quite like to work in a big creative city in the future. Therefore, I'll be looking for applying at graduate jobs in London, Birmingham, Manchester to experience that.
At UCB, I've been given a lot of responsibility, but instead of letting the pressure get to me, I found this was a great environment for me to learn and develop in. I have had the opportunity to improve my quality of work and take on a wide range of tasks.
This fantastic experience has taught me how to problem solve and to be more flexible, and I am delighted with everything I have achieved. Once back at university, I want to maintain my radio producing skills, so I will resume with co-presenting my student radio show. I will also try and find a part-time radio internship in Coventry and look out for short TV internships to expand my experience. I am keen to continue with the Global Leadership Programme, as I want to thoroughly prepare myself for the professional working environment.